Hello, I am Dr. Shigar Kanti, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Government First Aid College, KR from Bangalore. In this video, we discuss the limit of a function. So here, if f of x is a function of x, f of x is a function of x, then we say that this function tends to limit say L, tends to limit say L as extends to A, as extends to A. The meaning of this is, the meaning of limit is, if x is close to some number say A, and then f of x is close to some number say L. This is known as the limit. Mathematically we define limit like this. We define two types of the limits here. One is the left hand limit and the second one is the right hand limit. So here we are taking x approaches to A. A is some fixed number. X approaches to A means x may be less than A, x may be greater than A. Okay. If x takes the values less than A and approaches to A, then we call this as the left hand limit. That is, x is approaching to A from the left side on the real line. Therefore, we call this as the left hand limit. And suppose x approaches to A, x tends to A, taking the values greater than A, then we say that this is the right hand limit. That is, here x takes the values greater than A means x approaching to A from the right side. So mathematically we define like this. Left hand limit is a function f of x is said to tend to limit L as extends to A, taking the values less than A if given epsilon greater than 0, there is delta greater than 0, such that mod of fx minus L is less than epsilon. So here this is arbitrary. Epsilon we can choose as we please here. That the meaning of this is fx is very close to L. The difference between f of x and L is less than whatever I have chosen. Correspond to this, there is some delta such that x lies between A minus delta and A, because here we are on the left hand side limit. Left hand limit means x takes the values less than A and it is approaching to A, and this is denoted by f of A minus 0. So left hand limit is denoted by f of A minus 0, and we can evaluate this left hand limit by this way, that is LHL is equal to, we write limit of f of x as extends to A minus, we write this is equal to limit of f of x. A minus means we write say extends to A minus h, where h is very small quantity. It is a positive quantity, small quantity. Or we write like this, limit of f of A minus h as h tends to 0. That is, to find the limit, left hand limit, what we need to do is just replace x by A minus h and take the limit as h tends to 0. So this gives the left hand limit. Similarly, right hand limit. So that is x approaches to A, taking the values greater than A. Then we say that it is the right hand limit because it is approaching from the right side to A. Again the definition is same. Given epsilon greater than 0, there is delta greater than 0, such that mod of fx minus L is less than epsilon when x lies between. See here, this is the interval here, A to A plus delta. X is greater than A. Okay. And this is denoted by say f of A plus 0. And this can be evaluated by like this. Left hand limit is equal to LHL, the right hand limit. Okay, I'm sorry. This is our RHL. Right hand limit is equal to limit f of x as extends to A plus, we write as extends to A plus. Or we write limit of f of x as extends to A plus means we write A plus h extends to A plus h. Or we write this as f of A plus h where h tends to 0. So h is a positive quantity tending to 0. To find the right hand limit RHL, what we need to do is just replace x by A plus h and take the limit as h tends to 0. Okay. Now, when do we say that limit of a function exists? So here we have the idea of left hand limit and the right hand limit. If these two limits are same. That left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Then we say that limit of a function exists. Otherwise, it does not exist. Left hand limit may exist, right hand limit may also exist. But if they are not equal, then we say that limit of the function does not exist. And the definition of the limit is like this. Only the difference here is we take mod of x minus delta is less than 0. That is, then x lies between minus a minus delta to a plus delta. That is, a function f of x is said to tend to limit L as x tends to a. Given epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta greater than 0, such that mod of fx minus L is less than epsilon whenever x minus delta is x minus a. Okay, sorry, this is x minus a is less than delta. Okay, this is our less than delta. So that is here x lies between a minus delta and a plus delta. Okay. So that means the meaning of this is both left hand limit and right hand limit exist and they must be equal. Left hand limit equal to right hand limit. Then we say that limit of the function exists. Okay. One small result, theorem, show that the limit of a function, if it exists, is unique. So we have to prove that limit of a function, if it exists, it is a unique one. For that, what I do here is, let me consider f of x be a function whose limit exists. And to prove that the limit is unique, what I do here is, if possible, let fx tends to two distinct limits, say L1 and L2. Then either I will get a contradiction or I will show that L1 equal to L2. Okay. Now, so limit of f of x equal to L1 means given epsilon greater than 0, by the definition, given epsilon greater than 0, there exists some delta 1 greater than 0, such that mod of fx minus L1 is less than epsilon when mod of x minus a is less than delta 1. Again, it is given that limit of fx is equal to L2 also. That is, we have considered here. L2 is also the limit of f of x. Again, here by the definition, given epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta 2 greater than 0, such that mod of fx minus L2 is less than epsilon. This is when x minus a is less than delta 2. Okay. Now, I will choose, let delta be the minimum of these two, delta 1 and delta 2. Then we can write these two relations as given epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta greater than 0 such that fx mod of fx minus L1 is less than epsilon when x minus a is less than delta, and mod of fx minus L2 is less than epsilon when mod x minus a is less than delta. Because I have chosen this delta to be the minimum of these two, therefore these two are satisfied with the minimum value. Now, I will consider this. Consider mod of L1 minus L2. So, in this mod, what I do is I will add fx and I will subtract fx. That is, L1 minus L2 I am writing same as it is L1 minus L2 is there plus fx minus fx. Then we write this is equal to, I will combine here, this is fx minus L2, here I will take minus common factor in these two terms, fx minus L1. I can write this is less than or equal to sum of the two moduli, that is less than or mod of fx minus L1 plus mod of fx minus L2. And here we have this is less than epsilon, this is also less than epsilon, that is less than epsilon plus epsilon, that is equal to 2 epsilon. Now here epsilon is the arbitrary, I can choose as I wish. What I do is I will choose epsilon to be less than mod of L1 minus L2 by 2. And if I choose this epsilon is less than mod of L1 minus L2 by 2, then what I am getting is this quantity is less than mod of L1 minus L2. So finally what I am getting mod L1 minus L2 is less than mod L1 minus L2. This is not possible. That is is less than a is not possible, 10 is less than 10 is not possible. So I am getting a contradiction here. This is a contradiction. Therefore, what I assumed, if possible, there tends to two distinct limits is wrong. Therefore, limit of a function, if it exists, it must be a unique one. Okay. Next, an example. Find the limit of mod x as it tends to 0. So here f of x is equal to mod x, that is equal to x. Whether if mod x means if x is positive, then x itself. If x is negative, it is equal to minus x. So mod x equal to x if x is greater than 0, and it is equal to minus x if x is less than 0. Now, to find the limit of this, we find left hand limit and the right hand limit. If we get both the limits and if they are equal, then we say that limit of the function exists. So what is LHL? Left hand limit equal to limit of f of x as x tends to a is 0 here. Okay, x tends to 0 is there. So x tends to a 0 minus. This can be written as limit of f of a minus h, that is 0 minus h as h tends to 0. So this is equal to f of minus h. So this is a negative quantity. If this is a negative quantity, then it is minus of x. So if this is minus h, then we have this is equal to minus limit of f of minus h means minus h as h tends to 0. So if I put the limit as h tends to 0, I am getting minus of 0 means it is equal to 0. Next, to find the right hand limit. Limit of f of x as x tends to 0 plus, okay, or we write limit of f of 0 plus h where h tends to 0. So 0 plus h means this is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then fx equal to x itself. So as this is greater than 0, f of h is equal to h itself. H as h tends to 0. Now if I put the limit as h tends to 0, I am getting it is equal to 0. So I am getting left hand limit equal to 0, right hand limit is also equal to 0. So both are equal. Therefore we say that limit of the function exists and is equal to 0. So limit of mod x as x tends to 0 is equal to 0. And here we have maxima commands. To find the limit of a function, the command is we have to type as limit LIMIT mod x. For mod x, I will write ABS bracket x comma variable is x, okay, tends to a means 0 here. For left hand limit, I will write minus minus. I am getting 0. And to find the right hand limit, again limit ABS of x is 0. Only this is the difference here. If I write plus PLES, then we are getting the right hand limit. If I write minus, I am getting the left hand limit. So left hand limit equal to 0, right hand limit equal to 0. So here left hand limit equal to right hand limit. Therefore limit of fx is equal to 0. Consider another example. Find the limit of mod x by x as x tends to 0. So here we know that if x is positive, mod x is x itself, then x by x, I am getting x by x is equal to 1. Suppose x is negative, if x is less than 0, then we have to write mod x as minus x. X gets cancelled, I am getting it is equal to minus 1. So that is fx equal to mod x by x is defined as 1 if x is greater than 0, minus 1 if x is less than 0. Now to find the left hand limit, I will go for LHL equal to limit of f of x as x tends to 0 minus. This is equal to limit of f of 0 minus a minus h. I have to write here 0 minus h is minus h as h tends to 0. This is a negative quantity. If this is negative quantity, then according to the definition it is equal to minus 1. Okay, f of minus h equal to minus 1. So limit h tends to 0, f of minus h is minus 1, and this is equal to f of minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Okay. Next, to find the right hand limit of f of x as x tends to 0 plus. Okay. So that is here. This is equal to, see this quantity 0 plus h is positive. If it is positive, then its value is equal to 1 here. So that is here limit of 1 as h tends to 0. This is independent of h. Then this value is equal to 1. So left hand limit is equal to minus 1. Right hand limit equal to plus 1. Both the limits exist, but they are not equal. Therefore, limit of this function does not exist as x tends to 0. Okay, and we can use the maxima here. Maxima to find the limits. Limit abs of x by x, mod x by x, as x tends to 0 minus, and this limit abs of x by x, mod x by x, as x tends to 0 plus. Okay, so we are getting minus, here minus 1, here we are getting plus 1. Okay, left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Okay, left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, therefore limit of fx does not exist. Next, find the limit of x into sine of 1 by x as x tends to 0. Now here this is the maximum code here. Limit x star sine of 1 by x as x tends to 0 minus right hand. For right hand limit x star sine of 1 by x as x tends to 0. This is our plus. So here directly we can find out the limit directly also. As x tends to 0, okay, as x tends to 0, limit of this is, so here if I put 0, this becomes 0 into, if I put 0 here or nearly equal to 0, this is a very big quantity, okay, this is a very big quantity, but whatever may be this one, sine is a bounded function, sine of any value always lies between minus 1 and plus 1, however big this quantity. So what I am getting here, this 0 into a value, this is a value, finite value lying between minus 1 and plus 1. Whatever may be this value, but if it is multiplied with 0, then I am getting it is equal to 0. So therefore, limit of this x into sine of 1 by x is equal to 0. Next example, find the limit of 1 by 1 minus e to the power 1 by x as x tends to 0. Okay. Now, what happens here is, suppose x is less than 0, x is negative quantity, then what about 1 by x? This is equal to minus infinity. That is, if x tends to 0 and x is a negative quantity, then this is equal to minus infinity. What this implies here is, e to the power of 1 by x is e to the power of minus infinity. Means 1 by e raised to infinity. That is 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity is equal to 0. So that is here, if x is less than 0, e power of 1 by x is 0. Now, consider this, 1 minus e to the power of 1 by x. This is equal to 1 minus 0. This is equal to 1. So that means limit of 1 by 1 minus e power of 1 by x is equal to 1. And what happens if x is greater than 0? Then x is tending to 0. But x takes the value positive. That is 1 by a number nearly equal to 0 means infinity with a positive sign means I am getting it is equal to infinity. Then what I am getting here is e to the power of infinity. This is a plus infinity. Okay, e to the power of infinity is again infinity. Then what I am getting here, this is 1 minus e to the power of infinity means 1 minus infinity. This is equal to minus infinity. So that is limit of 1 by 1 minus e to the power of 1 by x is equal to 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity means this is equal to 0. Okay. So here x is greater than 0, x is tending to 0 means this is nothing but the right hand limit. Okay. And here x is less than 0, x is tending to 0. Here I am getting this is equal to 1. This is the left hand limit. left hand limit equal to 1 and right hand limit is equal to 0, these two are not equal, therefore limit of the function does not exist. So here maxima code, I am getting left hand limit equal to 1 and right hand limit equal to 0. Okay, so left hand limit LHL is not equal to RHL, therefore limit of the function does not exist. Next, one more example. Find the limit of f of x, which is defined as 2x plus 3 when x is less than or equal to 1 and it is equal to 6 minus x when x is greater than okay, greater than 1. I will write here, this is 1. Okay. When x is less than 1 or equal to 1, then it is 2x plus 3. When x is greater than 1, f of x is defined as 6 minus x. Okay. So if x takes the values less than 1, then fx is 2x plus 3. If x takes the values greater than 1, fx is 6 minus x. Okay. So here fx is defined like this. Then left hand limit is limit x tends to a minus, here my a is 1. Okay. 1 minus or we write this limit of h tends to 0, f of 1 minus h. Okay, we have to replace x by a minus h. This is our 1 minus h. 1 minus h means this is less than 1. If it is less than 1, function is defined as 2x plus 3. This is less than 1. Therefore, f of this is 2 into this plus 3. That is 2 into 1 minus h plus 3. A limit of this as h tends to 0. Now we put h tends to 0 here. This bracketed quantity becomes 1 minus 0 is 1 into 2 is 2. 2 plus 3, this is equal to 5. This is the left hand limit. What about the right hand limit? RHL equal to limit of f of x as x tends to 1 plus. Replace x by 1 plus h here. F of 1 plus h as h tends to 0. So this is 1 plus h is greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, function is defined as 6 minus x. If x is greater than 1, function fx is 6 minus x. As this is greater than 1, f of this is 6 minus this. That is 6 minus this means 1 plus h. Now if I put h tends to 0 here, if I apply the limit here, this becomes 0. 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1 equal to 5. So that is left hand limit equal to 5. Right hand limit is also equal to 5. So both the limit exist and they are equal. So therefore, limit of the function exists and it is equal to 5. So here we can apply this maximum force. We are getting left hand limit equal to 5. Right hand limit is also equal to 5. Next example. Find the limit of f of x equal to x square minus 9 divided by x minus 3 as x tends to 3. So f of x is equal to x square minus 9 divided by x minus 3. Now, left hand side limit LHL is equal to limit of fx as x tends to a is 3, 3 minus. So replace x by 3 minus h and take h tends to 0. So limit of f of 3 minus h as h tends to 0. So this is equal to, so my function is x square minus 9 divided by x minus 3. X means here we have 3 minus h. X square 3 minus h whole square minus 9 divided by x minus 3. 3 minus h minus 3. So 3 gets cancelled here. And expanding this a minus b whole square from a square plus b square minus 2ab. 9 plus h square minus 6h minus 9 divided by 3 minus h minus 3. So here 9 gets cancelled and here 3 gets cancelled. In these two terms, if I take h common factor, this becomes h minus 6 divided by minus h. h gets cancelled. Now apply the limit as h tends to 0. This bracket becomes minus 6. Minus 6 by minus 1, that is equal to 6. So this is our left hand limit. left hand limit equal to 6. What about the right hand limit? Right hand limit equal to limit of f of x as extends to 3 plus a plus. This is equal to limit of f of, replace x by a plus h, that is 3 plus h, and take limit as h tends to 0. Now the f of x, we have fx equal to x square minus 9 by x minus 3. So in this we have to replace x by 3 plus h, that is 3 plus h square minus 9 divided by 3 plus h minus 3. Expanding this by a plus 2 whole square. Formula a square plus b square plus 2ab, 9 plus h square plus 6h minus 9 divided by x minus 3. X means 3 plus h minus 3. In the denominator 3 gets cancelled. Numerator 9 minus 9 gets cancelled. These two terms taking h common factor, then we get h into h plus 6 divided by h. Now h gets cancelled. Now apply the limit as h tends to 0. So this becomes 0 plus 6 is equal to 6. Right hand limit equal to 6, left hand limit equal to 6. So both the limit exist and they are same. Therefore we say that limit of the function exists and it is equal to 6. Okay. Okay, thank you. I will stop here.